Hey guys, my name is Hannah and I would say let's have some fun today. So guys, I changed up my hair a little bit again. Red was fun, but now I'm again in the field for more brownish hair looks. I'm really feeling it right now to dye my hair a little bit more often again, and it's really fun, and I don't know, I feel really refreshed right now. So yeah, it won't be the last hair change, so be aware of that. But yeah, I would say let's talk about the video today that I want to film. I had this thought today, to be honest, that I want to film that video because I looked at my collection and I thought, from some of the brands that I have purchased of, I really don't have that much and I really want to have more of them, so I want to share them today with you. And there are also some brands that I like, that I love, that I would love. I mean, I saw really many videos of that brand or something like that, and I know in my heart when I will purchase something from that brand that I will love it. But this is maybe another video that I have to make of brands that I never tried before and that I really want to try one day. But today I really want to focus on brands that I already tried, but I don't really have that much of it, except for one thing that I cheated a little bit about, but you will see it when we are there in my video today. So yeah, I would say without further ado, let's get right into it. So I wrote down the brands that I really want to try more of, because I really don't want to forget one of them. And there are 9 brands that I wrote down, but it didn't felt complete, so I rounded up to 10 brands that I really want to try more of. And that's because one of the brands are a little bit a cheater brand, because I really have enough of that brand. But yeah, this is an exceptional brand because there I can never have enough of, to be honest with you guys. But let's get started with the first brand I immediately thought of, and it's Natasha Denona. I love everything Natasha Denona is bringing out. Some of the things she's bringing out I love a little bit more, some of them I love a little bit less, and there are some of them I really want and they are really melt into my brain and I can't stop thinking about them. So yeah, there are also some of them. I only have 2 palettes from Natasha Denona right now, and have I something else from her? Let me think about it. I don't think so, to be honest. I just have 2 palettes from Natasha Denona right now, and I have the Mini Love palette and the Gold palette, and that's all I have from her. But those 2 things are really things I love and I admire. She will bring out a pastel palette, this one, and this is the first palette in a long time that really caught my eyes. I think this palette looks so stunning, so beautiful, and I really want to try this one out. I don't know if I will purchase it right away because, like I told you guys, I want to make an effort to not buy me a palette for 6 months, and I really want to stick to this rule, and I think I have to wait until July when I can finally purchasing it, and maybe I will make up my mind until then. But nonetheless, not just this palette from Natasha Denona, I think the whole aesthetic from her other palettes, maybe some complexion products, everything draws me into her brand, into her line, into her products, and I really want to try a little bit more of hers. Yeah, but this is really one thing, the palette that right now I want to try next, because I love pastels and I have only, if you take away the Sailor Moon palette that I have from Colourpop, because in my opinion those are really not pastel colors, those are more vibrant colors in my opinion. They are really vibrant and there. And when I think about real pastels, then the only one I have is right now my Mel Cosmetics Harajuku palette, and therefore I think it's okay for me to say I want another pastel palette, so I have 2 of them. And I think fairly enough I'm wearing them relatively often to can justify another pastel palette. And yeah, this is the first brand I really want to try more of, and this is the thing or the item I think first of when I think of the next thing I want to try from Natasha Denona, and I'm really eyeing this palette right now. So the next brand I want to try also, but it's not that I'm running out and want to grab something from the brand, but it's a brand I have sometimes back in my mind, and I caught myself that I think, I really want to try this one product from this brand, and it's KVD Vegan Beauty. I have this one palette from them, Edge of Reality I think it's called, the palette that I have, and I really like this palette for certain looks. I don't like to make a complicated look with this palette because I think it's not intended for something like that, but for fast, easy and beautiful, yeah, reddish looking looks, I think this palette is really beautiful and stunning. And so I really heard such good things about the KVD, is it called the Apple Concealer? But it's the Apple Concealer I think it's called, and I heard really good things about them. And this is a brand I really want to try a little bit more of. It's not the first brands that are on my wish list that I want to try more of, but it's relatively high up there, but not the highest. The top of the top, if you know what I mean. It can wait for a little bit longer, that brand. But yeah, sometimes they are really bringing stuff out that I'm eyeing here and there, and I already have one thing from them, and maybe because it's not that I don't like the palette, but it's not blowing off my socks or something like that, so maybe therefore I'm not that rushing or that rushed to try something new from them, but nonetheless I really want to try someday some things again from KVD Vegan Beauty. So the next brand, it's a brand I'm wearing today and it's on my lips right now. It's one thing on my lips that I have, and it's Rare Beauty. I'm wearing today, wait, I'm showing it to you. I'm wearing this lip mousse or something like that, I think. And I have the color Energize. It's this really pinkish color right here. And I really like the quality of this color. I really like this color. It's exactly what I imagined. I really wanted to have a bubblegum pink in my collection because I really didn't have something like that. And I really wanted something like that. And it's exactly what I imagined it will be. The only thing I would say, it's maybe because of the color and it's harder to formulate something like this, because I heard really good things about the lip mousse stuff. Matte lip cream, this is what it's called, okay. I really heard good thing about the matte lip cream, and that it's long lasting, looking really beautiful on the lips for a long time. But on me, to be honest, I'm wearing it anyways because it's not bothering me on some days, but on other days I think, no, I don't want to risk it. For me, this color really sinks into my fine lip lines, my deeper lip lines, and it's looking a little bit cracky here and there. I don't know if it's now that way. I will come a little bit closer. I don't think so. I think now we are good, but I also have two things on my lips right now, so maybe you can't really tell. But yeah, sometimes this product really is looking a little bit cracky on my lips, and I don't like it for that reason, but I love it. I love it because of the color, and I wear it anyways because of that. It's the only really bubblegummy pink in my collection that I have, and I like the feeling of it, I like everything of it, but I don't like that it's over time. I know that my lips will look a little bit crappy in the end, so therefore it's not my favorite thing ever, but I'm loving it anyways. And yeah, what I have else from Rare Beauty is my concealer, and this one is my Ride or Die concealer. I really love this one. And I have the color 140C, and this one is Chef's Kiss. When I want a concealer I know I can count on, it's always this one I gravitate towards. I really want to try more from Rare Beauty. I really want. And the next thing I really want to try is in fact her I really want to try her liquid cheek product, this one in the tube, not the other thing that you can open and close. I want the tube one, if you know what I mean. This is the one that I heard is a little bit more opaque, and I love it right away from hearing and everything. I really want to try this one next, and I'm also really eyeing the foundation. I heard also very good things about the foundation, and I also really want to try this one. But in the moment I have really enough foundations, I would say, but I will see. The foundations I have in the moment are more sheer, and this is maybe a little bit more covering and a little bit more mattifying, and therefore it would add something to my collection. But I will see. But I'm eyeing a little bit more than the foundation. I'm a little bit more gravitating towards the cheek product from Rare Beauty. But nevertheless, whatever it will be, I will try from Rare Beauty. I really want to try it. And Rare Beauty is in fact very high up there in the brands that I want to try. So yeah, really hoping that I get the chance to dive a little bit more into Rare Beauty in the near future. Another brand I really want to try is Charlotte Tilbury. I only have one thing from Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, and it's her bronzer. It's this one. Sorry, I'm blinding you a little bit. I love this bronzer so much. I don't know if I will repurchase this one. Maybe I will, because I love it so much, but mine is getting really hard panned here at the side. I can't, you see, I really rubbing hard, but nothing is coming. You see a little bit coming off, but it's looking more dirty and it's not really transferring. It's really sticking on my finger right now. So yeah, I don't know why, and for that price tag I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I can't use the whole side right here from the bronzer, and I just have to stick to the side right here. And here's also the dip. So this is a little bit disappointing, but other than that, I'm really loving this bronzer. And I think I have such a beautiful complexion after using this one, so I'm really impressed execution-wise, but not so much with the quality of the product. The, yeah, hard panning thing that it's going on right here, I'm a little bit disappointed in that. But the next thing I really want to try a big eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and I don't really care which one it will be. It just have to speak a little bit more to me, or it's in my, but to be honest, every big holiday eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury, I think they're very much the same, maybe with a little twist in them, but all are pretty much in the same color story, same color family. So in that case, whichever one it will be, I will be satisfied, I think. I really like the newest one also. I also like the last one, and someday I will buy me a big one, because I think this is the most bang for your bucks, that big palette, and in one way or another I will see it someday in a sale or something like that, and then it's my time to shine and grab it maybe for me. But right now I'm really set, and like I told you, I don't want to buy me any palettes in the moment. But when the time is coming, I will definitely purchase someday something from Charlotte Tilbury, because I want to try more from her brand, and I think also her complexion products, her wand stuff that she have for the cheeks and everything like that, I'm also really intrigued by them. And yeah, I think she has some things that I'm really eyeing and that are caught my eyes. So therefore I think Charlotte Tilbury deserves her place in my listing of brands that I want to try a little bit more of. So the next brand is Dior. Again, I have a palette from them, and this is the only palette I have. This is the only thing I have from them, and it's the Nightbird palette. This is a limited edition palette, and I'm really liking it. It's not that shiny and glimmery and metallic-y. It's a little bit shimmery, but it's not that metallic-like. So it's a little bit more on the ethereal and not so their side. But this is exactly what the palette is supposed to do, I think, and therefore I'm really liking it. So I really like this palette, and therefore I really want to try a little bit more from Dior. To be honest, in the moment there's nothing particular. There's not a particular item in my mind when I think about it, but maybe more eyeshadow palettes, maybe not, I don't know. Oh, no, there's something. I really want to try the powder from Dior, my brain. I really want to try the pressed powder from Dior. I want to try this one for so long. So this is something I'm really eyeing from them. Exactly. The Dior powder. I really want to try it, but I really want to finish up my powder that I have right now first, and maybe, yeah, buy me this. I'm not sure yet when or if I will buy it, but this is something I'm really eyeing from Dior, and overall I really want to try the brand a little bit more, but it's also not on my top list. But I'm really enjoying the palette that I have right now from Dior, and so therefore I think I will be happy to try a little bit more from them. So guys, the last 5 brands I want to try a little bit more of, and the next one is Mel Cosmetics. I have 4 palettes from Mel Cosmetics. I have the Smoke Sessions palette, the Mary Jane palette, the Rust palette, and the Millennial Pinks palette, and I'm loving them all. I really like Mel's formula. I know it's a controversial brand sometimes. Some people really love them, some people really don't, and some are in between. But in my case, I always loved the palettes I tried. And also those palettes other people really hated. So that shows me that I must be a melt lover, in fact. So therefore I really want to try a little bit more of them. I hear their liner pots that they have are really good and really special, and this is the next thing I'm really eyeing from them. But I'm eyeing so much more from them, to be honest. I'm also eyeing the big, I think it's a 6-pan cheek palette that they brought out not long ago. I really want to try that as well, and I also really want to try the newest, biggest palette, this really butterfly themed palette. I think this is also such a beautiful palette. So you see, I really want to try a little bit more from Mel Cosmetics. I really love this brand, and every time I'm playing with their eyeshadows, I have such a good time every time I'm using them. So I really feel in my heart that I want to try a little bit more of Melt, and this is also a brand that it's really high up there, and I sometimes think they don't really get the credit that they deserve, because some people are really everybody has their opinion, and I know that, I respect that, but I really think that sometimes some people are a little bit overcritical with them, and I can't understand why, because I think they're really good, and this is a really good brand, and I really love their eyeshadows I tried. But yeah, it's just my opinion, and I respect also that some people don't really like them. The only thing I can maybe agree with is the smokes theme that it's going on every time, but I think they also switch it up here and there, and it's just their brand recognition, and I also respecting that, but it's nothing that I really enjoy or participating in. But other than that, I really love them. I think they're a stunning brand, and I really love their eyeshadows. So the next brand is NARS that I really want to try. I have just one single pot eyeshadow from them, and it's called Naked City, and I really liking it. It's so sparkly. I don't wear it that often because it's a single eyeshadow you really have to take your time with, because it's crumbly and falling all over the place, so you really have to prep your eyes beforehand, and therefore I don't use it that often. But when I'm using it, guys, it's so stunning, so sparkly, and so vibrant, and I'm loving it. And I really want to try a little bit more from NARS. I want to try they have an all matte. I know it's not really my style, but I think for some days it could be, maybe, I don't know. I really want to try it anyways. The all matte foundation that they have, I don't know how it's called, to be honest, but I really want to try that one. And also I want to try an eyeshadow palette from them maybe one day. And yeah, these are some things I'm really eyeing from NARS right now, but it's not the brand that's really high up there. I would say in the moment the brands that I told you guys that are really high up there is Mel Cosmetics and Rare Beauty and Natasha Denona. Those are really the 3 brands that are a little bit more higher up than the other ones I talked to you about. So yeah, let's get on to the next brand. The next brand, this is a brand that isn't really on my mind until the last couple of months, to be honest, and it's MAC Cosmetics. My ride or die foundation from MAC Cosmetics, if you are a little bit around here, is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I love this stuff so much, and every time I want something I can count on, I use this foundation. I love this foundation. But other than the foundation, I never really thought about MAC that much. And it's really not that long that I think a little bit more of them. And I think because there are two palettes that really caught my eyes. One, sadly, I can't have anymore. It's the MAC X Lisa palette. And I wasn't interested at all in that palette at first, but now I want this so much and it's discontinued, sadly. I really want this. I think it's looking so beautiful and sparkly and pretty and so my style, and also ethereal. I love really the ethereal look right now. And I really want this one, but it's discontinued. And the other palette I really want to have is the Botanic Panic palette. And I don't know if it's available anywhere right now, but it's also a limited edition palette. But here in Germany I can get it. I can get it right now. So I really want this, but I can't get it right now because of my own rule that I set up for myself. Yeah, guys, sometimes it's really hard, but I really want to try a MAC palette. But not just any palette, really one of those two, and the one I can't have anymore, so it will be the other one eventually, if I can get it, if it's here when I decide to get it. So let's see. But I know some people don't like the MAC formula. I don't know if I will like it or not. I never tried MAC eyeshadows, to be honest, but I really want to right now. I don't know why, but I really want, and I'm someone who likes to make eyeshadows work and to, yeah, play a little bit around with different eyeshadow formulas and to adjust my technique a little bit to them. I think this is the fun of the makeup world at the end of the day. So I'm really intrigued by the palette, so I really want to try that next, I think. So this is my brand that is not really a brand I don't have that much of. And I know it's... okay, I will just say it because I don't know what to say. Pat McGrath. I have so much from Pat McGrath. I have 9 palettes, I have highlighters, I have her foundation, so I have things from her. But this is a brand I really can't get enough of, and so it's an honorable mention if you want so. So Pat McGrath is really a brand I can purchase again and again from, and I always know it will be worth it in the end. So this is really a brand that's so my style. I really love glittery, glimmery eyeshadows, so she really hits my nerve right there, and so therefore I know every time I purchasing from Pat McGrath is something good. So I can tell you right now a list of things I really want from her. It's really much. I'm eyeing right now the single eyeshadow that she brought out recently. I think it's looking so beautiful. I'm eyeing right now everything palette from her, but especially the Fleur... how is it called? Fleur... Venus in Fleurs. The Venus in Fleurs palette I'm really eyeing right now from her, but I'm eyeing... to be honest, I'm eyeing everything from her, but I think those are the two things I'm eyeing the most right now, and I really want them. And yeah, single eyeshadows are a little slip for me, so technically I could purchase this one, but I'm not in the market right now for that. But the eyeshadow I can't, but I would, to be honest. I want this one so bad, but yeah. Pat McGrath, forever. Forever, to be honest. So let's move on. So we come to the last brand. I'm really happy about that because my mouth, I can't talk anymore. The last brand I want to try more of, and it's maybe a little bit surprising to you guys. It's also a thing that I'm wearing on my lip today. I will show it to you. It's this one. It's the NYX Powder Puff Lippie lipstick in the color, what color are you? Grouplove, in the color Grouplove, and this is the color I'm wearing also on my lips, in the center of my lips, so that there's a little bit of darkness and like an ombre effect. So this is NYX, yeah, this is the brand I want to try a little bit more of. I don't have something particular in mind, maybe their eyeliners, and what I also have from them is my eye primer that I use every time. It's my waterproof eyeshadow primer from them. I also have it on today. It's my beloved eyeshadow primer that's affordable and it's working and I'm loving it. So it will maybe forever be my primer until NYX isn't there anymore, but I don't hope so. But yeah, other than that, I think I really want to try some eye products from them. Not really an eyeshadow palette because I think this is not really my market for eyeshadow palettes and I'm not really intrigued by them. But every other thing they have, lip things, eye things, I don't have something particular in mind from them, to be completely honest with you guys, but I really feel the need, I really feel the edge to try a little bit more of NYX, but it's not on my top list or anything like that. It's a little bit further down, so it can wait. But in terms of drugstore brands, this is really the brand. Other than Colourpop, I really like Colourpop and I also want to try a little bit more from them. But it's a little bit harder for me to get the things because it's not here in my country, it's not available, and it's taking such a long time to ship to me, and the customs and everything like that, so it's not really that affordable. But other than that, I also really want to try a little bit more from Colourpop. But when I really think of affordable brands that are available for me here, then it's NYX. It's really the only brand I can think of that I really want to try a little bit more of. Yeah, until now I really liked the stuff that I used and that I tried, and so therefore I think it's a reasonable brand to want to try a little bit more of. Whew, yeah guys, long talk. It was really fun. I really like to do that. To be honest, today I didn't really feel to turn the camera on and to film because what's going on in the world right now. I'm not that big of a talker about stuff like that. I have really many things in my mind and on my mind right now about that. I feel for the people. I have also I'm a little bit nervous also because I'm in Europe and everything like that. It's so much that's going on in the world right now. So therefore in the last couple of months, I'm a little bit, somewhere else with my mind and not really with makeup or anything like that. But yeah, I'm really not that big of a talker about things like that. I can't express my feelings through the camera. I talk really much with my partner about it and with my family, and that I can with friends, but yeah, through the camera it's a little bit harder for me to express those things that I feel. Anyways, I'm really happy that I turned on the camera today because it's a really nice outlet and it's something that takes my mind off and makes me happy, and I always feel a really nice happy rush when I'm filming and when I'm talking to you guys about my favorite things. And yeah, thank you for that, for being here and for following, and yeah. And it was so much fun. I hope you had fun today too with me and I helped you a little bit, or I intrigued you a little bit to try also some new brands, or you maybe have something of the brands that you forgot and you want to try them now in your home that are a little bit older, and then I'm the most happier? You know what I mean. So yeah guys, with that being told, I would say we will see each other in my next video, and until then, bye guys.